Yo dude, what's up? It's Bursinator here, and I have a Q&A video for you today, right now, with an awesome question and an even more awesome answer. So, this was shot in from one of my email subscribers. If you're not on the list, make sure you click below the link so you can get on that list. The question was a very common one, something along the lines of whether fasted training was good or not. They said they heard some people say that it burns muscle and it's bad for you. Some people say it actually is really helpful and helps you burn fat. And they wanted to know the answer to that question. So we're gonna dive into that right now. So the short answer to that question is it depends. Not a very definitive answer, I know. But what it depends on is the type of exercise you are doing. And basically broken down, if you're doing anything that's high intensity or low intensity on either end of the spectrum, it's gonna be good. It's going to be very good. If you're doing anything in the middle of the road, the long distance endurance stuff, not so good. But I'll go into it a little bit further, give you a little bit more of an explanation behind that. So the high intensity stuff we're talking about, like sprints and weightlifting, that stuff is great doing in the fasted state. It creates these hormonal changes, and it boosts the afterburn effect that you get from doing lifting and from doing that high intensity stuff. But that's all great and everything, but the thing that really kicks it over the edge for high intensity training is the fact that studies have shown it boosts the downstream effects of leptin. If you do high intensity exercise in a fasted state, it boosts the downstream effects of leptin. So what am I talking about here? Like, what are the downstream effects of leptin? Well, leptin is a hormone that controls a bunch of other hormones in your body. It's called like a master hormone. And that hormone, what it does, it increases your metabolism and it drops your appetite. So it's great for burning fat and great for that body composition stuff. Makes dieting like way easy. So it doesn't boost leptin, but it boosts all the hormones that leptin does without actually raising hormones. So basically it mimics it if you do high intensity exercise in the fasted state. So that's why I like doing sprints and things like that fasted. Now weightlifting, I recommend semi-fasted. I always like to do protein before I lift, because there's also studies showing that protein beforehand raises your metabolism more, helps with protein synthesis and all that other good stuff. So protein or BCAAs before you weightlift, and then fasted sprints or fasted other high intensity cardio. All right, so low intensity cardio, stuff like walking, stuff that's really easy so that doesn't stress you out at all, that's also great in the fasted state. And that's because it doesn't stress your body out, it doesn't cause cortisol to jump up or anything like that. It's naturally a fat burning exercise. It's naturally that nice, slow, steady fat burn. And when you do it in the fasted state, you get even more fat burn because insulin is low and fat has no problem coming out of the fat cells. When insulin is raised, fat can't come out of the fat cells to get to the muscle tissue to be burned. So if you're walking in a high insulin state, you'll still burn some fat, but it's not going to be breaking fat down as efficiently as if you're doing it in the fasted state. So walking in the fasted state, it's great for it. Just absolutely amazing. And like I said, it doesn't stress you out, doesn't affect your training or anything like that. All right, so now the middle intensity stuff. This is stuff like jogging, like the longer distance stuff, cycling goes into that category as well. The middle intensity stuff is not great to do fasted. And actually, it's not really great to do ever if fat loss and muscle gain are your goals. So this has a couple reasons for it. First of all, it stresses you out and it drains your nervous system. You want to be saving that recovery for your weightlifting workouts. Now HIIT cardio, the high intensity stuff, that also stresses you out, but it has muscle sparing benefits to it and fat burning benefits to it that the middle intensity cardio doesn't. Middle intensity cardio will indiscriminately burn calories. Indiscriminately, meaning it'll burn it from both muscle and fat. It doesn't matter. That's not what we want, obviously. We want to save muscle. We want to burn fat. Indiscriminate is not good. We want the nutrient partitioning effects. So the final reason is that this isn't true for all middle intensity cardio, like cycling's okay in this sense, but jogging, for example, works your muscles within a very short range of motion, which typically will reduce your flexibility and train your muscles to really only increase your strength and increase your ability to work in that short range. Now, that doesn't mean that your strength in the stretched position is going to completely, go to shit or anything like that, but it's not ideal, okay? It's just not ideal. If you can choose to do high intensity or low intensity, there's no reason to do the middle intensity stuff, okay? It's just not worth it, whether you're fed or whether you're fasted. But if you're doing it in the fasted state, it's just that much worse. So as a quick recap, your high intensity stuff like weightlifting, you should do semi-fasted or fed if you want. Weightlifting's a different kind of animal, so if you want to do it fed, that's fine. If you want to do it semi-fasted with just protein or BCAAs, that's fine as well. The HIIT stuff, I like to do it fasted. I think it's a really great benefit to it, boosting that leptin, that mimicking that leptin response that you can get, and you know, increasing your afterburn effect, increasing your metabolism, and helping to really burn off that fat. And then the low intensity stuff, do in the fasted state. It's great for increasing the amount of fat that you can naturally burn from such a good fat burning type of exercise. Middle intensity stuff, stay away from it. I don't recommend it at all if fat loss and muscle growth are your goals, and that is included in the fed or the fasted state, but in the fasted state it's even worse. So just stay away from them. So thank you for sending in that question. I love answering questions. It's what I love to do. And if you're not on the newsletter, go ahead and click the link below, get on the newsletter. If you want to help me out with this channel, help me build it, subscribe, click like below, help me out, and leave a comment. You know, let me know what you thought. If you have any other questions, shoot me a question, whether it's replying to the emails that I send out daily, all the value I'm giving daily, or whether it's in the comments below. Just shoot me a question. I'd be glad to answer it, be glad to shoot another video for you like this. All right, peace, dude.